Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It was a really rainy night last night and half of the day, so our corral is just a muddy mess. We've distributed some straw out and about, but yesterday we had another cow go into labor, and we'll walk down here and show you which one it was. I don't know if you can see that right there, but that's Holly, and she had her calf yesterday. And it was a long, drawn-out labor. I tell you what, she was just taking her time, taking it easy, but it was a little difficult. And we noticed that after a while, about an hour after the water broke, she hadn't progressed. So we got a hold of the vet. He came out, and then by then, the feet were coming out finally. But there's some big feet. He's a big old boy. I'll zoom in here on her calf if I can. And there he is. He is a bull calf. She had a bull calf, just like we said was going to happen. But he is a big boy, you know, so he's a Akaushi cross. And he did have to get assisted by the vet. He was a little worried because he was a big boy. But she did just fine, and everything's okay. The mom's okay. The calf is okay. And actually, he's doing really well. He was actually feeding probably within a half hour coming out. It was amazing. I mean, for all the trouble she had and everything. She is a great mother, and that calf is just rocking, having a nice time over there in that straw. And Holly is having a good time as well. But she is a great mom. I tell you what, she might be the best mom. If we can get her on a different bull, and I think that's a good thing we got rid of that bull, because apparently he throws big calves, and that would have been Little Joe if you go back and look at him, our Akaushi cross. And apparently he throws some pretty big calves, because Mistletoe last year I had to pull. So, but you can tell she looks good. She looks like that Wagyu, F1 Wagyu. That's because that's what she is. But she's doing good, feeding her calf. They're both doing really well. He's just a big old boy, and it's kind of awkward picking him up when you're used to picking up these little guys over here, these low lines, and of course they're 2-3 weeks old now, and he still outweighs them by quite a bit. So he's a big boy, but everybody's doing good. And I don't know if you can see over there, behind that red gate off yonder way is Mistletoe. Well, Mistletoe, guys, has been up for sale, if you remember, and we finally got a buyer, and he's coming to get her today. So we separated her out, and she's saying her goodbyes at the gate there. So kind of a sad day on that situation, but you know, it's time for her to go to her new home, her new herd, and she's going to do well. It's a local person, and we feel pretty good about it, so we're pretty happy. And I know she's going to do well for them. Comes from a really nice mother, and she's going to be a little bit bigger than Holly. I'll pan back over here. She's going to be a little bigger than Holly, which will serve them well, I think. They'll be putting them in with a good calving ease Angus, I believe. So she's going to go off and produce elsewhere. But I have another bit of information I'll go out and show you on the upper end here. As I was walking up here, I spotted the old ducks, the old duckaroos, as it were. And they, of course, love when the corral is sloppy. They get all kinds of fun time in the mud holes, the water holes. Look at that duck back there, just having a good time. They are just having such a good day. They enjoy it, and it's fun for them. I do, however, enjoy it when it dries back out a little bit. I felt bad for the calves last night, laying out here in the rain, but then I remembered that every other calf in the county lays out in the rain. So anyways, look at this little chicken coming by. So the other bit of news, tomorrow, as I walk up here, walking up towards the bullpen, the steer pen, Old Midnight has a date with Destiny tomorrow. His freezer camp starts tomorrow morning. We're going to walk up here and take a look at him. Okay, here he is. So his freezer camp begins tomorrow. We're going to take off out of here about 7:30, 7:45 in the morning, hopefully. And I got to haul him to our meat processor, which is about 60 miles away for us right now. And we're going to haul him out. He's going to go get processed. It's kind of always a bittersweet deal, but he's been making me mad lately. Just kidding. But no, he's looking better. I wished he would have got a little bigger, but he just, you know, he's 22 months old. That's usually when we butcher him, but he looks pretty good, but we're grateful for him and looking forward to seeing the end product. Thanks, Midnight. Well, here we go, guys. Thought I'd give you one more peek at Mistletoe as she's getting ready to move on. We gave her a little hay as a little going away present, and she is not liking me because we had to round her up, separate her from her family. As you can see, she's walking away from me, but I understand. You know, she knows what's going on. You see how she's just not happy with me. I'm gonna try to just stay calm. Stay calm, Mistletoe. So there she is, looking pretty good. And she is fixing to move on, and we're pretty pleased with her. But we can only have so many animals on pasture, guys, and we're pretty maxed out. We got rid of 2 heifers earlier this year, and of course we got rid of that little bull calf. And now we're having to move on from her, so that's 3 heifers down, 1 bull calf down. We got 2 more heifers we really need to probably move on from. Otherwise, we're not going to have enough pasture, and it's going to catch up with us later on. So, you know, it has to happen. She's a good heifer, and I know she's going to go to a good home, be productive for another local here, and feeling pretty good about it. And, you know, she'll get over it in a day or 2 once she gets accustomed to her new cows. And then these guys, the same here. You know, cows, they have friends, and believe it or not, they're social, so they get accustomed to each other. But they also adapt really well, and they move on really well, so not too worried. But there she is, guys. You've been here since the beginning of her, and now it's time for her to go on to her destiny of producing calves for another local. So thanks for coming along. Come with us tomorrow or the next day as we haul Midnight to the meat processor, and I'll just do a not a long video on that. And of course, we're not going to show the process here on YouTube, but follow along as we're keep moving on with our homestead and doing what we came to do, which was provide food for ourselves, sustenance, and a different way of life. So thanks for coming along, guys. We'll catch you back out here on another one. Have a good one.